Bumati muna. Hello everyone. Hindi na ako sa game show host today. Ano naman tayo? Sun Life Ambassador. Uh, was there ever a moment that I got scared? Health scare? Especially if you're active, I guess. There were times I got into some accidents when I was particularly riding in Baguio one time. And parang first thing in mind is, sandali, may insurance ba ako? Meron ba akong coverage? So it always happens, you know, and there are moments in life, not just you, but also part of your family. So there have been a lot of moments.
Is there peace of mind for you when those situations came?
Definitely. I started out getting policies or insurances early on in my career. As soon as I started in this business, kumukuha na talaga ako ng policy, so I'm better protected and have coverage.
Yes, Jet. In fact, pre-pandemic, we've already seen a lot of Filipinos becoming financially aware of the impact of having a critical illness. And at Sun Life, in fact, one of our bestsellers, which actually Piolo has, Sun Fit and Well, it has always been a top-selling product for us. And it's not selling just because our advisors recommend it, but it's because Filipinos are looking really to get the most comprehensive insurance protection plan. And Sun Fit and Well is actually one of those. Because as you said a while ago, no, itong Sun Fit and Well plan na to, it's not just for coverage for critical illness, but if you don't get sick, you get the benefits of having cash upon retirement. So I would say, Jet, yes, Filipinos are becoming financially aware. Apart from that, they're taking active action to be prepared in the future. Okay, so yes, Kate, we have a suite of health protection products that one can avail of. Siguro to answer your first question, how early should you start? Now, I think for us at Sun Life, we believe the moment you start earning money, you start already getting prepared for the future. And one of those, I would say, building blocks towards financial stability is life insurance and a health insurance product. Now, your second question, are there affordable health protection products? The answer is also yes, because depending on your budget and depending on your need, we have the most basic, meaning if you get hospitalized, you get a certain benefit, to the most comprehensive, which was the Sun Fit and Well Advantage Plan, which I talked about a while ago. So depending on your age and your budget, a financial advisor can recommend the best plan for you.
Being that he is a perfect example of someone from the youth, diba? So,
Just like what I said kanina, I started buying policies as soon as I started working. So as early as in your early 20s, as soon as you start working, actually, it's important for us to set aside a certain part of your income for your, not just for your future, but for your health. So I'm really excited as to what we're going to do with Donnie, especially with our on-ground events, starting off with the Cycle PH. And, he's an ambassador, and it's a good reminder for us to not think about waiting to get old to start planning for our future, but as early as in your 20s, as soon as you start working, or if you can, ask your parents to set aside a budget for you so that you're all protected, not just, yourself, but also the whole family. So you start at any age, just like what Miss Carla said. So I'm happy that Donnie is part of our family now. I guess I had my training with ABS-CBN. Would pinch hit once in a while for some shows before, and there had been some offers. But I want to stick to what I know better, which is, I guess, film acting or TV. Should there come a time na, there's a good offer or good material, siguro why not? I enjoy doing it. I guess it's just wearing a different hat, but it's a good practice. It's a good exercise for me as well.
And you're back to production as well.
Yes.
How's that going for you?
We just posted our recent film, Walang Kapares. It's gonna premiere on Prime Amazon on March 23, if I'm not mistaken. And we have a couple of films on our slate, so it's been busy. Tomorrow we have another meeting to plan for the next quarter, because we already have some films lined up, and I'm also doing another film, which I will be resuming the shoot by next week. So dire-diretso, aside from acting, I'm also producing in some of my films, and also the films that Spring Films and Cornerstone are producing.
That's awesome. And going back to, of course, Sun Life, have you already had like a critical sort of illness, and how has your insurance helped you?
I'm thankful to the Lord. Wala pa naman.
Mhm.
At 46, I'm still active. I'm happy with the Sun Fit and Well insurance, and I get myself covered every year. I always get a new policy, and yeah, being with Sun Life almost half my life, I think I'm pretty covered.
No, but I'm sure a lot of ladies would ask, is there gonna be like a second coming of Inigo anytime soon?
Huwag naman natin pangunahan. Baka pag dumating mas maganda, mas surprise, di ba? Para ako na ma-surprise. Wala pa naman on the horizon.
Okay, that's all from me. Thank
Thanks,
you.
John. I've been with Sun Life more than 15 years, so I would say every year I would get one or two. And my sister is also here. My sister is a financial advisor, so there's a personal relationship, and she always updates me whenever there's a new plan. And minsan ako pa yung nangungulit sa kanya, te, ano bang bagong plan natin dyan? Para naman, we're well covered. It's not just me. It's like what I always reiterate, my family. Ano yun, te? Ha? Ayun, hi. Hi na naman, te, sa lahat.
Ate Shiki, say hi.
Hello po, good afternoon.
Yun yung kamukha ko. Yan, isang kaway. Yeah. Alright, te. Ako nga nahihiya, wala akong magawa eh. Yeah, but I always update every year, and I make sure that I know what is new. That's what's good about Sun Life. They always come up with new policies that cater to your needs and your budget. So I try not to count, so it's not to quantify it. But as long as I know I'm protected, my family is covered, then I'm good. Two is it's not enough. So you have to get other policies because it's not just insurance. Miss Carla, you wanna add to that for the other insurance or other plans that we can avail of?
Yes, so thank you, Piolo, for that wonderful question. I would say no, seriously, kasi over our lifetime, we have several financial needs depending on our life stage. Back when I was single, probably I just had one or two to cover a certain financial need because my goal back then was to build wealth and grow my money. Now that I'm married, of course, I have another person depending on my income. And so I would add to my life insurance coverage and even top up my own health insurance coverage. So that's correct, Piolo. Over our lifetime, our needs change, so one policy is never enough.
So-
Very good question again, Jet. I would say basic rule of thumb, I would encourage people to have three, no? One for life, meaning insurance protection, income protection, so that anything happens to you, your family will be able to live life regardless of the income. The second would be a health insurance coverage because a health protection plan will ensure naman that you don't get into debt covering for treatment. And the last would be probably a financial product to help you grow your wealth or build your wealth. So that one naman for expenses or goals that are expected, meaning you plan for. And then the other two, life insurance and health protection, is for expenses that are unexpected. So I would say three is a good rule of thumb.
Three is a good
Yes.
I feel ko si
What about
Piolo
you,
has-
Jen? How many policies you have?
I have a lot that are yet to be signed. But I have a couple as well, being that I'm also in the beginning stages of my life. I want to make sure that I have comprehensive protection in case any of those conditions may happen. So, tularan kaming lahat. Kumuha din kayo ng insurance. Sa mga
Don't necessarily quantify or put a percentage to my spendings. What I do is whatever I earn, I just put it in the bank primarily, and then from there I set aside 10% for my tithe, and then the rest goes to savings because I try as much as possible not to spend as much on things that are just
Luxury.
material things or let's say mga luho, I reward myself with an insurance. I reward myself with getting a time deposit. I reward myself with getting new policies. But from time to time, I also reward myself with trips, with my family, and I don't spend on things na sayang lang. So I try not to, spend my money and just put it in the bank, invest, get protection from insurances, and just let the money work for you. Hindi ako yung tipo na nag-splurge. And I always make sure that, I'm protected. That's why I don't spend beyond my means. I don't spend on things that are just really unimportant. And I guess it's a big factor that you don't change your lifestyle just because you earn more. It's important for us to know and give importance to our future. And of course, not just para sa sarili natin, but also our families.
Siguro, what can you share with us when, how you keep yourself from being blindsided, like by illnesses or other difficulties? I mean, what should be the right mindset that you set for yourself?
Information is really important. Information is key, and knowing your options, of course, is really important, so that we'll know better what to do with what we have and how we can better protect ourselves. So you got to be smart. You got to be smart with your money. You got to be smart with your savings, your earnings, and it's important to take control of that. And there should be self love. You should learn how to value your health, yourself, and your life and your mind, and knowing that these are all just temporal things. What's important is your present and your future, and not to the most practical things, not to spend it on things that will just pass, and also take care of yourself by just like what we've been talking about, living healthy, eating right, and having a balanced life.